I forgot to write this program.
It's recording now. Yeah. Okay. Fine. So that is in operator. Now, when we did for loops, actually last time I did not clearly define what is the difference between for loop and while loop. So I'll do it this time. So in a book, if you see, they said that for loop is called another way of saying for loop is counting loop, and while loop is called as a conditional loop. So let's see what it means. So when you type something like this for I in range 1 of 10, another way to see this is what is happening inside is it's creating this list 1 to 9, yeah, 1 to 9. 10 won't be included. So that is what it does, and then we can say anything. We can say anything inside the body. We'll print okay. We'll print okay.
Shay, can you mute your mic? Like I can't hear properly.
Okay, okay. So
Thanks, bro.
wait.
I have the headset from it.
Okay, if you do this, it prints out okay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. We have 9 numbers here also, 9 numbers here, so it's printing okay 9 times. So one thing is you can even change the elements inside. You can change it to something. I'll make this also 5 point something. This element I'll do 7.8j complex number, all kinds of things. Okay, I have just swapped the elements. What is there in the elements? So now if you do, wait. So now if you do this, it prints 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It still prints okay 9 times. So essentially this means that whatever is there inside your list, whatever elements are there, that does not matter. But what matters instead is how many elements are there. The count of the
But why
elements.
it prints 9 times, yeah?
Why it prints 9 time? Okay, another way to look at this is when we say for I in that, what it means is for each element in the list, okay, for each element in the list, let I be equal to that element. I'll put this also in hash. Let I be equal to that element, and then you just do what do you do? You just do the body of the loop. Body of the loop. Body of the loop means this only, this print okay stuff, whatever is there inside. So what happens is first it says, okay, let first I be equal to this 1, and I becomes equal to 1, and then it does whatever is inside this. It does print okay. Then it'll say I is equal to 2, print okay. Then it'll go back and say I is equal to this suffix and say print okay. I is equal to, then for it'll keep on for each element inside our list. It will do that and it'll keep printing. So essentially, whatever is there inside your list does not matter. Or what matters is how many elements are there. So because 9 elements are there, it will print OK 9 times.
So if we add 10 elements in that body, it will print 10 times.
Yeah. So you can put anything inside your list, that will not at all matter. It doesn't care what is there inside. I can change this also. This if you print I, you'll see it also what happens. First I is 1, then it becomes 2, then suffix 4, like that. And for each of those i's, it is doing this print I. So, but
Why is that
normally
for complex numbers just printing as 7.j itself?
complex numbers is just something else only. It
Hey,
is
Safas is palindrome da.
yeah, complex numbers. I don't know properly. I don't know what it is. We'll study in maths. But yeah, it just says
Okay,
here.
bro.
Yeah, we'll study. Fifth lesson.
Yeah, it's something
Yes,
like that
the
only.
listen.
Even I don't know what it might be. So you don't have. It's not necessary. You must have list only. Any kind of sequence. For example, tuples also. Now this thing I made it into a tuple. That also same thing it will do. Then there's one more thing. I think it's a set. Set also is like this actually. If you do set also same thing will happen. So it doesn't matter. It's a list. It's a set. It's a dictionary. No, not dictionary. It might be a bit different. But yeah. So we can simplify when we can simplify things by just writing for I in range 9 and printing like by the way, if you type range of 9, uh, just you type 9 inside or any number, it will just will have numbers from 0 to that 9, 0 to 8 actually, because 9 is not included. No, yeah, okay.
Arjun,
Mm.
I typed that same syntax, what is it, for I in 1 to Safari and all I typed, and I typed print, okay, still showing the syntax error.
You must have you must have missed something like this colon. You must have missed.
No, I use colon.
Okay, did you miss the quotes? Something you might have done some mistake in the quotes, or
No, it's showing okay is not defined, it says.
okay. Check where is okay written. You might have forgotten quotes in okay or
Oh
something.
yeah, I forgot quotes. I forgot quotes.
Yeah. Okay. So in that's why they say the for loop is a counting loop because it is just counting the number of elements in that list. So it doesn't care what is inside.
Dude, what do you mean by dictionary, da? I forgot.
Dictionary. Yeah. Okay. Let's do that actually. Let's create a dictionary. Some dictionary is equal to. So you start out with this. What do you call it? I don't know. You call it some kind of special
Set
name.
bracket.
Yeah, maybe set brackets. That's better.
Okay.
Quality.
So in actually, we'll first I'll show you in list. When you do sum list is equal to something something something. Okay. You know that this list has indexes. So you can type sum list
Yes,
0,
0 from 0 to
1,
1
2,
and it
yeah,
goes on.
0 to it keeps going on. 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. But in dictionary, what happens is in dictionaries you're allowed to edit those indexes. So like you cannot you're not supposed to have only 0, 1, 2 like that keep going on. You can have your own kind of index like hello. You can put your own different index of any kind of data type. So that's the advantage of dictionary. So let's make something. Let's say let's do fruits. Okay, apple.
Okay, this one. Yeah.
Yeah, banana.
And now you access with the name Apple right now, right?
Yeah, actually I'll change this to A according to the alphabet. A, then B, and O, orange. To make it more clear for you. Actually, that won't make sense. We have to first put this inside quotes then. Yeah. Okay. Now this is your dictionary. So in the dictionary, you're not confined to write indexes like 1, 2, 3. So now I have defined some different indexes. So if I type A, I'll get apple. So I am not forced to type 0. I can type something special, something that I want specially for the stuff. That only dictionaries. Got it
Okay,
now?
dude, just for experimental stuff, try putting 0. Does it give an error or does it also give you the day?
Okay, let's do it. Oh, sorry. I mean, you're saying to write the make a again the dictionary and change this A or just
No,
do
I'm
like
asking you
this?
to access using the index number, like as 0. Just
Because
Ah,
to download Python, da.
then it won't work, da. Because we have defined
I'm
the
using. Okay, okay,
yeah
okay.
we have particularly defined the indexes in that manner. In dictionaries, they don't
Yeah,
Hey,
call it
Vikas use Python, da.
yeah, you get Python da.
yeah, bro.
And
Dude,
also
I'm using the web
they
version, but it's not the greatest one yet. The what do you call the one?
Jupyter,
I
no?
forgot. Jupyter, yeah, Jupyter.
Oh.
And moreover, it's giving me syntax error for no reasons.
Hey, even I am using, I'm getting all correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm saying print hello for a start. It's giving me an error.
Yeah, then
All those
you
stuff.
You
leave.
have written
You are
some
having
problem.
some problem with it. You are doing. You don't know the syntax properly, maybe. You see.
Shit.
Okay. While loops. I forgot about while loops. In while loops, it's a bit slightly different. I'll just type a simple while loop. Print I. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Stop it. Uh, okay. I is equal to 1 while I is smaller than 5. Let us. We'll print I and also we will increment it. I plus equals 1. So does this. So here we were not looking at how many times, we are not looking at any kind of list also. We are not looking at any range or list or anything. We were only looking at this condition here. So only if this condition is true, we are doing something. So that's the difference between for loop, while loop. In for loop, we were doing counting. We were counting how many elements were there in that list. But here in while loop, we don't involve any kind of list. We just check for some condition. And you can also
You can
do,
still use this if you want.
yeah,
You're not. You can use in and not in also if you want.
yeah, you can use
Say
anything inside this. Uh,
while
you
you
can
can use
use
anything.
this.
Because supposed to be a condition, bro.
Yeah, here it's only
Any condition.
conditions. Any kind of condition. In is also in is an operator. You can do with that also. And the advantage here is even you can make infinite loops like this one now. I is not equal to
Dude,
5.
is in an this thing binary
This
operator
one.
or
In is a
is it
unary
a binary?
operator. Sorry, no, it's a binary operator. Yeah, yeah, it's binary operator.
Actually, it depends on two operands, right? That's
Yeah,
why.
so two binary. You can also make infinite loops. Conditions that never ever return true. I'll stop this.
If
So
your while loop is false, it goes to else, right?
yeah. Oh,
Even
that.
if your while loop is true,
Yeah, yeah. Don't
that
jump
part you
so
don't
much,
say
bro.
that.
Don't jump so much. We'll
No,
do
loop
a
else is different.
loop else is different. Loop else
First, it
actually.
executes whole and just goes to else,
Loop
right?
else is slightly a bit weird.
Loop else depends on the break. That's all. That's
Yeah.
one difference.
Okay. So let us do some. Now we know what is for loop. Let's try to do some program with it. So let's say you want to find the sum of the first 10 numbers. So let's do that actually. But first let's obviously we need to find the sum, so we need to create some variable called sum. I won't call it just sum because sum turns out to be some function. So it might be weird. So let's just write it as sum1. And we'll start it out, let it be 0, the sum in the starting. And because I can use loops here, and so the first 10 numbers, it's I think 11, yeah. So these are the first 10 numbers in our range, and what we can do is we can take this sum and we can add I to it. So sum1 plus equals I, that also you can say same thing. Sum1 is equal to sum1 plus I. So I is going to get added towards it, and let's also print the sum just to see what happens. So let's try this, and yeah, it works correctly. So it started out as 0, the sum, then it did 1, so added 1, then it added 2, it added 3. So another way to look at this is, see, in the starting, what was I? I was 0, right? And sum was also 0. So inside the loop, that sum1, that thing we had, actually I'll write it as sum1 only properly. Let me make this larger. Yeah. So sum1 will be what? Sum1 plus I. We know sum1 is 0 and I is also 0. So 0 plus 0. That is, answer will be 0. And in the next time in the for loop, or next iteration, you can say, that is another word you can use. Next time I will become 1, and someone is still 0 only. So this time when we do someone equal to that someone plus I, it will be 0 plus 1, right? So answer is 1. Like that, the next time I will become 2, next iteration, and our someone is what right now? It is 1. So someone will be what? 1 plus 2. Like that, it will keep going on. 1 plus 2 equals 3. Like that, it'll keep on adding 1 plus 2 plus. Essentially, what we did here is 1 plus 2 plus 3, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, 4 plus dot 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 till 10. Okay, so that is simple. We were able to make a simple program with this. So now let's say you want to find the, instead of finding the sum of the first 10 numbers, let us find out the product of the first 10 numbers. So maybe it's very simple. We can just write, first we can do product is equal to 0 in the starting.
Dude, before that, can you just do the same syntax in while loop?
While loop
Bro,
is
1 second, bro. Have a small doubt.
okay.
What I did was I wrote for I in range 11. I wrote someone equals someone plus I, but someone is showing me not defined.
That's what, someone is a variable, right? So you have to create that variable. Right. Simply if you write something like C plus D, we'll say C is not defined.
No, no,
C,
no. I didn't write. I wrote someone equals someone plus I. I wrote like that.
that is also
Like
not
what
defined.
you wrote, that only I
See,
wrote.
you cannot write something like C is equal to D plus E, just like that. It nothing is defined.
What you wrote, that only even I wrote.
See this, no, see this. Someone equal to 0.
See, in the starting, you need to
Oh,
define the
You have
where.
to define your variable before even using it.
okay, okay. That's I didn't define
Also,
that.
even
So
for while loop should be defined.
Yeah, even for while loop. While loop, you cannot
Okay.
simply say while I is smaller than 5. You have to tell them what is this I. So you have to start out like I is equal to 0, 1, whatever it is. I is 2, anything. Because same thing you can do in while loop also, da. Very easy. We'll start out I is 1, let's say. And let's do while I is smaller than what? 10? No, till 11. We can also do something like this. While I is smaller than or equal to 10. That also you can do. And after that we can just add I plus equals 1. Okay. And before this I did not define sum. Okay, I'll call this sum 2 equal to 0.
Dude, in while loop, why do you even need some da? That's the point. I mean, that's the question.
You only ask this same thing to do in a while loop.
Okay, okay, okay. Just change the variable. Okay, okay.
Eh, yeah. In for loop it is much easier because we know we just have 10 numbers to add up. In while loop it's taking some extra work, but I'll show you anyway. While I is smaller than while I is smaller than 11, we'll print, no, we won't print, we'll say I sum 2 is equal to that same thing, sum 2 plus I. Uh, then we will print that sum
print
2.
I.
Only thing difference here is now we have to increment I ourselves. So yeah, ourselves we have to do this I plus equals 1. Same thing, just what happened here, same thing happens. Oh, here 0, we started with
Hey,
0
so
right?
for loop and while loop is the same, right?
Yeah, say, no, they are different.
It's
They are
somehow,
different.
somehow same. Not that.
No, they are completely, they are similar.
So instead of while
They are
loop, can you
similar
use
but
for loop?
different. Yeah, you can. You can use while loop, you can use for loop. It depends upon the
So
situation.
use for loop first. Oh, so you have done for loop as well as while loop. Okay.
Yeah. It's your choice which one to do. Which it depends on the
Hey,
situation.
so while you're incrementing, while you're doing while loop, you have to increment something.
Yeah, some it's not necessary increment only. You can do decrement, you can do multiply, divide, modulus, something. But the reason we are doing this incrementation is, see, this same program, I will not increment anything. Okay, wait,
That's all.
I is equal to 1 and
Mm.
sum 2 equal to 0. Same program, I will not do I plus equals 1. Nothing I'll do with I. So I will always be I only. That is 1, right? So nothing
Yeah.
will, it will continuously go
Okay.
on. Will go forever. Why? Because you see this condition here.
You're
While
not defined.
I is smaller than 11, I is always going to be smaller than 11. So it's just going to keep adding. No, sorry, it's just going to keep doing this work. Sum 2 equals sum 2 plus I print sum 2. So it will go infinitely, it'll never stop. So that's why. Da. Okay, Sare Rao.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fine, fine. Okay, so now we'll do something different. Instead of doing 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 10, we will do 1 into 2 in 1 into 2 into 3, 3 into 4 into 8 like that. Keep going on till 10. So maybe I think we can do the same thing. Let's see. Sum 1 itself it says sum 1 is equal to 0 for I in range 11.
To write it as product wonder.
Oh yeah, yeah, correct. Product. We can just say product in this case. Product is equal to 0 for I in range.
Keep it 1, else everything you multiply by 0.
Wait. 1 second. Oh yeah. Okay, wait. First we'll do it. Product into I. Same thing we did there. Just multiplication is there, and we will print the product. Okay, seems simple, right? We'll probably do the correct thing.
Bro, no, answer will be 0 for all. First
Oh,
put a statement that
Yes.
yeah,
product
yeah,
equal
correct,
to
correct.
product plus 1. First do that.
You are actually doing 0 into this thing, whole thing.
Yeah,
Because
all will be
that
0.
range is including that 1 to, I mean 0 to 0 to 10. So we should remove that 0. We'll have only from starting from 1. Now you guys
No,
think we
bro.
should
No. It'll be 0 till because
Product
you
should
put
equal to
product
1.
equal to 0.
Definition of when is initialized.
See, you put product equal to 0 before the program starts.
Oh, this
There.
oh yeah. Okay, let us correct that. We'll start it as 1. Uh, now it will work. Let's see. Yeah, it worked.
Now it worked.
Let's check also. 1 into 3 into 5 into 6 into 7 to 8. Yeah, it's correct. Product came out as correctly. So like that same thing same concept you can use to find division also, subtraction also. Same process is there. Okay.
Arjun, sir was saying that like the for loop will not be used in all the cases. Like there will be some cases where the while loop must be used because actually the for loop is easy than the while loop. But in some cases only the while loop has to be used. So
Correct. Yeah.
what
You
is
can't use for loop in all cases.
it? For example,
For example,
yes.
Dude, in for you know the definite range, in while you won't know. You just give it a condition so you
see,
can just go on.
see the thing is there is a big difference inside this. In when we say for I in range, we know the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm not able to think of an example properly now, but I will think one and tell you. But the thing is, in for loop, you know the elements inside your list. You know that it's going to be from 1 to 10. So basically, you know
Okay.
that the program, anything you can print, you can do something here, okay? Anything inside, you can print something. You know, you can do some weird calculation. A is equal to 5, B is equal to 10, and then you can simply print. Let's say, let's do some A plus B, right? Anything you can
Yeah.
do inside this for loop. But one thing we already know is that this for loop, whatever is inside, will happen 10 times. 100% will happen only 10 times. Because there will be
Okay.
10 elements in this. So I'll show to you also. So the same thing happened 10 times.
And time.
Yeah. But in while loop, things are different. You can say, I'll say something as x is equal to 10. 10, let's say. And we can do while, let's see, x is x is bigger than 1. No, no,
Actually, a
before.
name example will be good. You take it, input of a name. If it is not equal to one specific name, then you can ask for name again. Something like that.
Yeah, we'll do that actually.
That's an example I'm taking.
But I'll just give a small example before I do that. We'll do that only actually, but wait. So the
Even here
same
you
thing,
can take X as an input, so you will not know what input the user will give.
yeah, I'll make a
Yes.
program.
Hey, but you can again specify it in your range, da. You can say 0, comma x if you're being in for loop.
See, you can use a while loop
That if you
like a for loop. You can use your while loop in such a way that it behaves like a for loop, but it is not a for loop. It is different because you can use all kinds of condition in it. You're not supposed to use always x bigger than 5. You can do all kinds of things. X not equal to 5.
Yes.
X in
But for
operator.
loop is only limited to range, right?
Yeah, in for loop you're limited to this list or this sequence. Range, yeah, that only. Range. Okay, so we'll do what Shivasai said. We'll input something, enter some number x, and wait. We'll do while x is smaller than 10. So x is bigger than 10, and you can print this. Okay, this thing we will do, or we'll just do something simple. Print. Okay. Or actually, we'll also do one more thing. We will like before we'll do x plus equals 1. Okay, now let's say I input 5. Nothing will happen because why 5 is not bigger than 10 obviously. So nothing will happen. Loop will not be able to run only. Let's give something else. Let's give 11. It will always be okay because we are always
Dude.
it's not going to stop. I stopped it now.
So, how do you stop a continuous loop?
Control
Continuous loop,
C.
control C.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. We'll do something else now. Let's instead of incrementing, we'll decrement.
Arjun, you can make it a finite loop by putting break. Will that do it?
Yeah, break also you can use.
yeah,
Then it
actually
will
use
stop
that a
that.
lot
Actually, break
in
is
some
very
cases.
useful.
So
Yeah.
you can simply say something like while true, and then you can
Then
keep
what
on
is
running.
continue?
Continues to skip one part of the loop and do the next loop. We'll do it later.
Yeah.
But it's
Actually,
disturbed or something like it is most probably the same thing, but there's some difference in it.
actually, I'll ask you guys a question. Can you have an infinite for loop? For loop infinite?
You
No,
can.
no,
No, never.
No.
no.
Da.
What is the reason?
100%. Because by default you have to specify in
We are
range.
specifying the range.
Okay.
So naturally you can't. In range, To be particular enough, in Python overall you can't specify infinite. Try dividing 5 divided by 0, it will give out an error. So
Alright.
my predictions.
Actually, we can have infinite loop for loops. I'm going to show you
Oh,
how.
howda?
See. I'll make a list from before itself. Okay, you can have range also, but in this particular case, I'll use a list instead. Okay, and I will type for I in that list X. And what we're going to do inside this is, we'll print I. That is okay. But what we'll also do, that list X we have, we will add another element to it. So X dot append, and what shall we add? We'll add something. We'll add anything. Random
Add I
element.
itself.
Yeah. Okay, I'll just add 3 just to make it simple. So, watch what happens. 3, 2, 1. It's an infinite loop. A for loop, but infinite. Actually, what we technically did here is we made an infinite list. A list that keeps increasing. So we kept on adding elements to the list, and as we added elements to the list, this for loop also it updated according to the new list. So we kept on adding elements like this it will keep on adding elements. So technically we have
Arjun,
infinite list, infinite for loop also.
Arjun,
Yeah.
I think I figured a better way. First, give x value to be some value. Just say 10.
Okay,
Then just try doing this. I'm not sure whether it's gonna work, but
sure,
say
let's see,
10,
let's
10,
see.
12, whatever. Then say for I in range
Okay,
0 comma x plus plus.
x plus plus, plus plus is not there in
Yeah.
Python.
Okay. I mean, sorry, C sharp. Okay. X plus one.
uh, this
Okay.
No, that is not allowed.
Whatever. Yeah.
okay,
S.
then
So now just say print I. Just say x plus one. Wait,
yeah,
you are
simple.
supposed to put space in it, right?
X plus 1,
Don't
okay.
specify what's the value of x.
X already
Okay, and
specified, don't
just
worry.
okay, just then put print I.
Okay, print
If
I.
I'm right, it's gonna give you an infinite loop.
Sure, 100%.
Sure,
Okay,
200%.
it stopped.
What? Why?
Day, day, what is X
Bulb,
plus
bulb,
1
bulb.
The
da?
range here is given like,
Lavender.
X plus
so it will
1 is
stop
Dude,
at
I
given.
10.
wanted to.
So it will
Okay, wait,
be
wait. Okay, sorry.
0 to 11
Then okay, wait, sorry.
Zero
Then
level
Hey,
zero
then
to
add x is equal to
yeah,
y. Put x is
Yeah.
equal to y, then it will be infinite, I think.
Or yeah, we can do that. I think Yada, this Vikash, you were very close to the right answer.
yeah. You can just under the print I you can put x is equal to plus or equal to one.
Okay, so we'll do for
I
I
believe
range
that.
X. Simply and just type X. You want to print I, okay. And X
Then
plus
put
equals
x
1.
plus equal to one. Yeah,
No,
I
no,
forgot.
x is equal
Yeah,
to y, da.
remember.
X is equal to y.
What? X is equal to y. What is the value of y?
Why doesn't this?
I,
You haven't.
I da.
No, actually x equals to I plus 1. If you do that,
No, no, no. It doesn't change
No, no,
anything.
it won't work, da. See,
It doesn't work.
I think I understood why. See, when we typed a range of X, it directly created this list. What is the list actually? 0 to
1
9.
to 9.
Yeah, I won't type it fully, but you can get the idea. 0 to 9. So it has created that list. Already it is finished creating. But after that, when you do x plus equals 1, we are not again doing range of x. That range of x that it has already finished creating the list and it is using that list only.
Shouldn't it be
So
updating the value of x?
instead of doing like that, we have to update the list itself. The list it has that 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. We must update that list itself here. So that is the problem. So what we can do
Okay,
is
you have any update function just like you have in C sharp in Python?
for range.
Range you can
Uh,
specify an update value. Like
Wait, let's see.
you can do
X range of 9. Fine. Can we do something? X count is there. Index is there, start is there. Hey, Noda,
What do you
we can't
update?
add
Okay.
elements to our range. You can do it for list 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, that was just worth a try.
Yeah, it was worth
Actually
a
speaking.
try. For list it works. For list you have something called append. So it'll add the element 5. Okay, so yeah, so you can have infinite for loops, it's possible. You just need to have you need to create an infinite list. So that is that. While loops, you know, they're infinite is possible. Okay, what else is there? Um, okay, we'll just do this program for fun only. Um, so you are going into some secret detective something. Okay, I'm not sure how to put it, but in order to prove that you are a detective, you have to say some secret code. Okay, so that secret code you have to tell and you have to prove that you are the detective. So we are going to write program for that. So I'll tell you guys the secret code first. XJ something. And now you the
Dude,
detective.
I can use if functions in it.
Yeah, you can. But I'll tell you why we are going to how we are going to use loops in this. Yes, you can use if
I have
loops
no
too,
idea.
but I'll show you how for what we are going to use. I'll also say. But first we'll create the simple program. Okay, the input or user input is equal to here we are not dealing with integers, so we'll just type input, enter that secret code,
So no matter whatever you type in it, it's converted into variable. Am I right?
string. User
Okay,
input
I'll
will have
string.
a string data type. The
Yeah.
variable over
Wait,
here is this user input. This is the variable. You see here.
dude, I actually have a confusion.
Super.
Your variables can be same as string, right? Why can't it be? I know it's different, but my question is like, why can't it be equal? Why can't they
See,
just be the same?
see, variables means
Because
the
variables are like containers, you say. I get it. A
wait.
is a variable in there, B is a string, but
I'll show you. See here, A, B, C are variables. Okay.
variables. Yeah,
And this 1, this surface, and this 1, 2, 3, 4 are values
yeah,
given to the variable. So,
yes.
okay, that's the difference there. So this user input over here is just a variable.
Okay, yeah,
Variables
yeah,
can
yeah.
have all
That's a
kinds of
string.
data types. Variables can have string data type, integer data type, all this.
Integer data,
Yeah, so don't get confused.
tuples, and yeah, I got confused.
It's okay. No problem, da. Shaker sir is very good at confusing everyone, da. What to do? Okay, so we'll check if user input is equal to secret code or not. So if it is equal to secret code, congrats,
You're the detective.
proved yourself or whatever. Yeah, you're the detective.
You also ask for a name input.
Print your
If they give
cheat.
right, then
It's
let it
okay.
print high name.
We can do that also actually. Yeah. Okay.
That'll be more good.
Name is equal
What
to.
the
He's saying we can also type his name.
input name?
Enter your
What's the
name.
point?
See,
You're
just
not
for
gonna use
fun,
the
da.
name.
Yes, yeah, just
Congrats.
for fun,
See,
da.
see.
It'll be more real, no?
Congrats. Then
Comma name, right?
yeah, command name and comma then this. Just for
Yeah.
that, for fun.
We can check the name
Else
is
print
also correct.
you are a cheat, or you
Yeah.
just put the name. Comma just put the
All
shit.
right.
Please enter the right code.
Shit. Goodbye,
Check again.
dude. The first statement sounds cruel. Then check again sounds polite.
Uh, yeah. Check again. No. Okay, we'll make it better. Wrong code. Check again. Fine. We'll run this. Name is. I'll type my real name.
Gopal.
Gopala. Okay. Gopal Krishna. Krishnan. secret code.
Henry Gopal.
Something. I'll put some random code. Wrong code. It will say wrong code. Check again. Right. So check again I've written here, but I am not getting option to check again, right? I want to check it again. I want to type the code and everything again. So how can we
Then
give
create a
Create a
that?
function,
function.
no function. Name
We
it a
can
Yeah, you
function,
can.
easily
I was
correct.
about to say that.
and you
Correct.
can call it again.
We can easily create a
If I,
function. You are absolutely right. But it
that
actually
that's
instead
defining
of
function.
creating a function, we can do something interesting also. I'll show you what. We are going to use while loop instead. Instead of functions, we'll use a while loop, and not just any while loop. Something like this. While true. Just
True,
anything.
then it always be true, da.
Exactly.
Okay.
So,
Then it's gonna run infinitely.
yeah, infinitely. So I'll type Gopal, Henry, and I'll type some wrong code. It says wrong code, check again, and again I'm able to type my name and stuff. You can see that's why, because this while loop is essentially going to be infinite, right? Now that is all right. Now we are able to do again. That's good only. But
But if you do the right one also, it will come again.
correct, exactly.
Yes.
So if I type this here and do exec correct code I'm typing, it says congrats Gopal Andri, you proved yourself, but again it's asking me to enter name. So
Again, print to take your
the
best chance.
thing is here we need to stop this while loop at some point, and that point is when this congrats happens. So there only we will start using this break.
Break.
Yeah. So after this congrats, we will just enter break. So I'll show you what happens after doing this break. Gopal boy and the code, correct code. It says congrats Gopal boy, you proved yourself and it is over. Stop. Program is gone. So the break allows you to stop the loop at some point. Any point that point is, but it allows you to stop the loop and come out of that loop. So that is what break statement is. A break they call
What
this break and this continue they call it a jump statement. So that is that. Yeah, so
what's the meaning of
Why they call
while true, Arjun? No, I didn't understand that part. So while true stays at till the like
oh,
till
while
the
true. Another way to write while true is, see, it looked weird, no? Instead of typing a condition, I just wrote true, right?
Yeah, but you
yes.
can put 0 double equal to
So
0.
you can also do something like this, while 2 is
Okay.
smaller than 3. And this 2 smaller than 3 is nothing but going to be true, right?
Yes.
In
Yes.
fact, it will always be true, correct?
Okay. So what do you put while false? The same thing is gonna happen, right?
Yeah, just
It
the
will not even
opposite.
run the loop.
Yes, the opposite of
The
the
same.
thing will happen. So I did while false and nothing happened. Essentially, the
While
loop never ran. Another way to look at this while false is I'll write 100 is bigger
is
than
less than zero.
1. Okay,
Oh,
100 is bigger than
okay.
1.
it's
Oh,
true.
Yeah, yes,
sorry,
it is.
100 is smaller than 1. I'll
Still
write
it's less
something like
than
that.
one, right?
So if
False.
100 is not smaller than 1, obviously, right? That's wrong. So it's going to come out as false.
Okay.
Same thing. And it will always be false, that only. So instead of,
Arjun,
I
can
have just written it as false or true, something like that.
The code will not take
Arjun?
place, no.
Yeah.
It won't. It won't. Arjun, put that true in the bracket and outside put not. Check whether that works. That syntax works.
Let's see. Not true.
I think it's gonna work.
Yeah, it works. And if I do
Okay,
not
it actually works.
false, let's see. Yeah, then
It's
also
gonna
it
work.
works. Yeah. Any
Yes.
operator, bro. And, in, or, not, everything. All kinds of operators.
Okay, wait. Why do you guys call? I mean, why do we call break and continue to be to as jump statements?
Jump statements is
Break jumps. Okay.
because it's jumping.
I
I'll show you
know.
why.
Yeah,
Wait,
it's
let me
jumping
make that
reason.
clear for you.
Break
After
jumps out
this
as a
while
loop.
loop, let us do something. Let's say end of program, right? Simple as that.
Okay.
So let us do the same thing, blah blah. And what is the code? Let me copy that code. And it says this congrats, and it also says end of program. So what happened here? We did this congrats, we printed that, and after that we did break. So break, what happened is it went out of this while loop and it jumped onto this print end of program. So that is why they call it a jump statement. We have jumped from one point to another point. So from this while loop we came out and we jumped onto this end of program. So that is that. Now, what if I did something else? Instead of break, I wrote continue.
It's
Okay,
again gonna check continuously.
see what happens. Uh, okay, you're right. Let's see, let's see. Correct code. Congrats. Again, it is going to check. If I type the wrong code, also, yeah, same thing will happen. So, what is this continue even doing? Continue means
It's going to if and checks whether the condition is
I'll make
true.
it even more clear. After this continue, I'll try to type something else. Something like this.
That won't that won't get executed, right?
Correct. That won't
Okay, I'm
happen
sorry.
over here.
I'm sorry. Sorry for disruption. You just carry on. I think people need to understand that.
Yeah, yeah. So we did this and it after congrats, it went to continue. And it also did not do this printing this random stuff I wrote here, scuff something. So what is this continue doing? Continue, it is also jump statement we know. So one thing we know is that it is going to do some jumping. So what jumping it is doing? This it's going to whatever is in the next, this print is there, else is there, nothing will happen. Instead, we will jump to the starting. That is, we will jump to the starting of this while loop. And again we will check if the condition is true or false. And again we'll go back to this. We'll do all this. So essentially we are skipping whatever else was there to do and we jump back to the start. So that is only what continues. We are jumping back to the start. I hope that continue is clear or I'll show it in a better way.
Can you repeat once more?
Yeah, I'll show in a better thing. Wait, Control C. Yeah. So let's say I do for I in range, normal, very simple thing, and we will print I. Okay, and also after that we will print something, right? Normally, if I do this, it's going to do like this: 0 something, 1 something, 2 something. Makes sense. But say in between this print statement, I decided to put continue. Okay, so now you see what happens. So it skipped that something. That something never got printed only. So what happened is when you say continue, the program it will go back to the for loop. Okay, it'll go back to the for loop and it will whatever was here, this print something, anything that will get skipped off. So we are just skipping these parts and going back to the loop. And it goes back says I is 0, I is 1, I is 2 like that. And it will skip this something. So that is only continue. It's going to skip whatever is after it and it goes back to the start of the loop. When I say start, I don't mean to say like again the I will become 0 again. No, no. It just goes back up again and it does that I is equal to 2, I is equal to 3, I is equal to 4. Only thing is just going to skip what is in the next. That's all. So
Okay.
simple.
And you also have to say that no matter what the value of range, I mean, no matter what the value of I is gonna print as far as it is in the range. Just tell it out aloud
Yeah,
because it's gonna confuse people.
I'll remove this I
Even I
already
had that
told it
confusion.
actually. See,
What the?
no, he is saying that if um no matter what is there in your list, see this range is basically a list. So no matter what I have in my list, okay, I'm making some random list, right? So no matter what is there in that list, it's always going to print 4 times, because in this for loop we are only looking at, essentially we are mainly looking at how many elements are there. Here we had 4 elements, so that's why it did this printing 4 times. So that only Vikas was trying to say.
No matter what the value in the list, it just takes the number of elements in it.
Yeah, mainly.
In other words, yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
If we
Check
have a
also.
nested,
You can check also. You
uh,
can print I and check what's happening. Yeah. Yeah, with it.
yes, if we have a nested loop statement like a for inside a for, and if we type continue over, so
Hmm.
which will it break? Like which loop will it skip and like if we have continue in the second loop, like
Hmm.
the for loop which is inside
Ah.
if we have
Only the
continue over
second loop
there,
would execute.
so which loop will get skipped?
Okay. I'll do it once for I in range.
The first, I think the first loop will get skipped because in your second loop it has a continue function. So no matter what, it's just gonna check it out again and again.
Alright.
I'm
Print.
not sure, but I'm just guessing it.
I'll print J here and I'll print I here.
Print I put continued. If it's there in between, it's gonna take only the
Okay,
first
so
loop.
where you want me to
But if it's
put
there in the
continue?
second loop,
Shall I put it here or
it
in the
wants you to
last?
put in the second
Yes, over here.
under the print J.
Yes.
Alright. So see what happens. Let's see. Yeah, so um it isn't very clear what happened. I'll tell you why.
Yes.
It did not really skip anything. See, below the continue there was nothing. There was nothing else to do after continue. So there was nothing to
Okay.
skip only. Skip, there was nothing to skip at all. So I'll show a
Okay.
case
So
where we have something to skip. Now we have something to skip. See, because now our continue is
yes.
before. So this after this continue there's something else. There's some print J. Now we see what happens.
Dude,
It just does that. It always skips this print J. Yeah.
Okay.
It
So what if you put a break
doesn't matter
statement
how many nested loops you have. It's only going to care about this particular loop.
only
Arjun.
the that block? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're putting continue under the print J, it's supposed to execute your second loop because no matter whatever the value is, it's just gonna go
Hmm.
and approach your
This
second again and
continue is
again.
only for this particular for loop. This continue is not for any other
No,
loop.
my question is like, yeah, yeah. My question is that I'm asking if you had put this continue under the print J, it's supposed to be an infinite loop, right? That's my question. No, wait, it's supposed
Naura,
to be
look at the range.
running for 9 times.
Yeah,
Yeah,
only
nine
9 times.
times,
Don't get confused, bro.
9 times, and
Uh,
and the first loop only gets executed once. Zero will come and 0, 1 to 9. That's what I'm asking.
hmm. Doesn't execute once, it executes 10 times. Not 10 times.
Okay, wait, change the code, and I want to have a look at the output.
Yeah, this for I in range 10 happens 10 times.
because it starts from zero.
Yeah, 0 also included as another number.
So what about Jada?
J never happens. It always gets skipped. Because of this continue.
Arjun,
Okay, wait,
actually,
yeah. Okay,
value
what,
zeros and
what?
all, but it doesn't get print. That's all.
What?
Okay, wait, Arjun, what if you had put the continue under the print J? Try
Hmm.
doing that, and before J, put this J semicolon comma J, because I want to know from which variable it's coming from.
Okay.
J and comma here, and for the I also I wanted. And now under the print J, put continue.
Hmm.
Now do this.
Now it's more easy
It's
to
got to be
understand
endless,
now.
right?
No, it can't be endless.
Okay.
Oh, 10 I values.
Okay.
Each I value will have 10 J values.
Uh, Starting our I becomes
Hmm.
0, and then we go inside our
Then
second
it
loop.
just goes on.
Then we'll get 10 J values.
10 J values as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Then for
7, 8,
next
9.
I value, you'll get another 10 J values.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Arjun, like when the I value was zero, so the J value went up to 10. And then why did the J value again come to zero and then to 10?
See,
Like,
Because it's starting from zero,
wait,
zero.
wait.
It starts from 0, 10.
See, when we talk about
I
nested
think
loops,
actually.
no. Um, Over here, this code here, okay, this code I'm going to highlight. You can see this code I'm highlighting or not. This
yeah,
gray color.
yes, I can see.
Yeah, so this code is going to happen 10 times. 10 times it will get repeated.
Okay,
So essentially imagine that for j and range we had inside. Okay. Inside in the second loop we saw we had like this and print j. Forget about that continue for now, but we had this. So essentially this for j and range will happen as you saw here, this thingy. Okay, wait, I'll remove this and I'll make it more simple. Wait. So this thingy only we are talking about. This for j in range, comma, I mean brackets 10. This. So this thing here, okay, it's going to happen
yes,
10 times. I showed you.
okay,
So you can see it also. One time, two time, three time, four time, five time, six time, like that.
okay.
Yeah. So that is only what happens inside a nested loop. I'll write it again also.
Dude, if it was 100 times, you'd have done 100 times.
Yeah,
So
let's
if
do
we
that.
had a while loop here, Arjun, if we had a while loop inside a for loop, then when I would be equal to one, j would be equal to 10 only, right? So if I write j,
Let's do
okay,
this.
we write
Let's
j
do
is equal to 0, 1, and while j less than 10.
okay. Fine. Then and we'll print j.
So and j plus equal to 1.
Yeah, j plus equals 1. So
Okay.
see what happens. Okay, let's go to
What is
the
happening?
start. One second. Yeah. So we started out. We started out
Okay,
with
so every
one.
time,
Okay, we
yes,
started out with one and we ended till nine, right? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
yes,
8, 9. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 happened 10 times. So that's what we just printed this 1, 2, 3,
yes.
4, 5, 6, 7, and 9 10 times. Uh, you want, you can also print I and see what happened. What happened to I? This while loop we created here is essentially doing the same as that for loop. It's doing the same thing. You can see what I is also in different points of the program. Let's see. Okay, right. So essentially what happened is first I started as 0 and we did their while loop. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Then I became 1, again we did that while loop. I became 2, again we did that while loop. I became 3 and till I became 9. So
Okay,
this is essentially what happens when you have nested loops, nested for, nested while, nested something.
okay. And one more thing. So the break and continue thing, they only are applicable for a block, right? Like, can you say that a block of statements, like it can be if it can be an if statement or of loop.
Yeah, in if statement, Um, 2 smaller than 3. In if statement, if you try to use break, you'll get an error. Because this break and continue, see, break and continue is jumping around, and they are only used in loops mainly. I mean, only in loops actually, not mainly and all. It is only in loops. So if you cannot in if statements, you won't have something like break and all. Instead of that break and all, you have either an if or an else. Either one thing will
Okay.
happen or the
Can't
other
you
thing will
have
happen. Yeah.
can't you have continue like no, I was asking like can't you have continue over here, like we can say that if
Pass.
2 is less than 3, okay, we'll have pass
Yeah. Instead of continue, we
have
use
pass.
pass over here. So pass
Okay,
means nothing.
so continue and pass are both the same.
No, they are slightly different. In continue,
No,
they feel similar actually, but they're not the same. They are similar. You're right. Similar तो है लेकिन same नहीं है.
Okay, 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 understood.
क्योंकि
अरे
अरे हिंदी आता है क्या?
allow me to speak,
எனக்கு தமிழ் தெரியும்டா.
dude. Even I know Tamil. Okay, I can speak
Ah,
more fluent than you.
in
Okay,
continue,
wait. When you're talking about
I'll just
continue,
clear that. In continue, we were
okay, just
jumping,
explain.
we were jumping back to this foreign range. Okay, that was what continue was doing. This pass doesn't do anything. It is a nothing doing statement. Basically, it will just go. It will do nothing. So continue does something, but this pass does not do anything. Pass will do nothing actually. It just
Okay,
allows you to
I
pass.
I
so
personally
when we
feel
apply, so when we use a continue thing, so, it will jump onto the nearest loop statement,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
correct.
So it can only jump onto the loop statement. Like if we have a nested if under, like if we have a if statement under if statement, and if we type continue in the second if statement.
No, you will only get continue for loops, not for statements.
Yes.
Yeah, in that you cannot use continue, break and all, but you can use pass
Yeah,
to pass away.
Okay. So
Fail is not
we
there,
can't use
only
continue.
pass is there. Okay.
you use pass to waste productivity. To be honest, actually, you really don't want anything to do it.
See, there is only one use case mainly for pass. Say you after this if statement you wanted to do something. Maybe you were thinking, okay, maybe I'll print something. But say you have not decided only what you want to do. You are not sure. Maybe you'll go think about it and see what has to be done. But right now you don't know what to do. So because you don't know what to do, you can just say pass, and it'll allow you to pass.
Okay.
And
So if we have a pass, so if we have a
Dude,
pass in a
yeah,
program, so will that be a space left over there,
I
or
don't
the
think so.
program will continue?
it just
Arjun,
We have.
you can't edit past. You can't edit past right now. Pass is a keyword. You can't get back to it. It's just like to skip something.
hmm. Yeah, and later on when you
Okay,
come back,
wait.
maybe
Think,
you decide to instead of pass, you decide to do something. That time you can do it.
dude. You can't even edit past. Okay, try editing past right now.
Hey, we are not talking about editing pass. Sorry, we are talking about editing the program. Yo.
Okay. You think in
Editing
those
pass.
thousands line in those 10 or 1,000 lines, you think you expect me to search where I have written past and change it off?
Divyada, you have to. I mean, you have only one pass. Actually, if you want to search where that pass is, I'll show you also. I'll write some print somewhere. Okay. Imagine this is 1,000 lines of code, and I want to search where
Okay.
this somewhere is gone away. It's not seen. So just do Control F. You can find somewhere, right? You click on find, and it finds it for you. So you can, don't worry, bro. Even in the thousands of lines, you can search for things like this.
Dude, what if you're using other ID?
Like how could we search a pass statement? So if we have a pass statement in a program, then in the output nothing will be printed, and how can we search nothing?
Yeah, if you want to print
How can
something
we
to
search
use, you should
something?
use print. But if you want to do nothing, really doing nothing, that's why we use pass.
Okay, wait. Arjun, try checking out pass. The same method. Just press Control F and do the pass stuff. I want to know whether your gimme key stuff works.
Okay, okay.
Developers use Anaconda, PyCharm. So, like, only
Yeah.
this is the case only if you use the actual ID. But if
Mm,
you're using other IDs like Jupyter, that's not going to be the case.
yeah. No, in other ideas
It
only
can be
have
the
this. See, I use mainly I use Visual Studio Code. Even in Visual Studio Code, it's there. This is the most basic ID for you. This Python itself, Python ID. It's the most basic. It has just the
Yeah.
basic features. In other IDs, you have lots of new features.
Okay, wait.
Okay, let's do that past
I
thing
have
you
a
were
doubt.
talking about.
Can you
Let's
search
do it.
keywords in it? Okay, I want to
Yeah,
know
I'm
that.
going to search pass. It searched it for me, da.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, you don't worry about that thousands lines of code and all. First, you type 1,000 lines of code, bro. Okay, fine. Hey, it's become late. What we were planning
Yeah,
to do? Loop else.
nothing. That's a checkpoint stuff.
Yeah, checkpoint stuff. Loop else only I forgot to tell you guys. We'll do
Loop
loop else and
else.
all
Okay, then
do
tomorrow.
it on some other data.
Guys, hey, you still there,
we
all of you.
can't listen to it. Okay, yeah, we are. Almost all of them are there.
Wow. Okay, do you guys
Not almost
shall we
less than
finish with loop else and tomorrow we'll do, I mean some other day we'll do loop else.
We'll do.
Fine.
People are going to
Bro,
miss
it's
out.
fine.
What?
let them is the hook as they're not what do you say. Even today 5 or 6 people only came, rarely so many came.
Hmm.
Dude, actually, in the
Let them
group,
not
instead of writing CS, you see
only we should read.
Same thing da.
it's computer science, da.
They but we will say computer better. I will say computer.
You can say
Okay,
CP also, CS also,
the
computer
dialogue.
science also.
That was a diabolic answer I could get from Shreyas.
Swear out.
Mongoose.
Okay, we'll just finish this thing for else and while else and finish for today. So what is that?
Already half an hour.
Yeah,
Yeah, I do it tomorrow.
tomorrow. Okay then, no
Yeah,
problem.
it's holiday, no? So tomorrow we can keep timing 9 to 10.
Fine, fine. Okay, then we'll send
Early
it.
morning or
Yeah, how can I keep morning? Yeah, now only she was at around 9 to 10 night.
Yeah,
night, okay.
stop presenting.
Bro, when
Hey,
you
the
want
flags I
holidays,
forgot.
we'll
Wait,
say we
wait.
want school.
Hey, what should we do? The assignment is based on Excel or something. No, what should we do?
I don't know, I just submitted